All right, we're bringing one of our favorites on the show. She is a winner of one of the Tacoma comedies. What was the competition? The Comedy Boys. Please make some noise for the very funny Cheri Hardman.
Keep clapping. It takes me a minute. I officially meet the weight limit requirement for being funny, so. You know, Tyler said that he is ready to be done with the masks, and I get that and everything, but there's a little bit of privilege to that. You know, that white tooth privilege. Yeah, those people with the sparkling smiles. You guys don't get what it's like for the rest of us. You know, the snaggle tooths and the buck tooths and the gummy smile, the coffee stains and the meth mouth. We've been sitting next to the pretty people all this time. Nobody's been able to tell the difference. Now we gotta take these off, and now we gotta go back to being the ugly stepsister. It's not fair. I'm excited to be here for the dope show. I am not a weed smoker, so this is gonna be hilarious. Now, this is probably controversial in this room right now, but I prefer alcohol to marijuana. I do. All right, we got some boozers in here. I mean, weed is fine. I got nothing against it. It's legal. Do what you want. But how many times in one day does a person need to lose their keys? You know, at least when I'm drinking, the only thing I forget is that I'm married. Hey. Not my husband's favorite joke, by the way. It's okay, though. You know, he knows I'm a flirt. So, like, if we go out and he has to go to the bathroom or something, he just puts a coaster on my head. That's his way of saying, that's mine, don't put anything in it. I'm a lot older than all these guys. I just turned 60 years old last year. Yeah, and I don't even know how I got this old, you know, because time goes by so fast. Seems like just yesterday I was getting finger banged at a Styx concert. Today, I got finger banged at Denny's. It's not the same. You know, but, you know, I am a big person. I'm getting older. I'm concerned about my health. At least twice a week I have this thought. Like, is this a really good orgasm or am I having a stroke? Then the other day somebody tried to give me an exercise bike. I was like, no thanks, I'm married. I already know what it's like to ride something that never wants to go anywhere. Man, you guys are laughing. You guys are all already high, aren't you? Oh, yeah. I got okay boomered the other day. Yeah, if you don't know what this is, like, you know, younger people, they're kind of tired of us older people's shit, you know? And if you say something that they think is stupid or obtuse, they'll roll their eyes and say, okay, boomer. Well, I don't need a lecture from someone that thinks Fleetwood Mac is a person, okay? And they always have some dumb name like Kyler. But you know, Kyler just hasn't been through what I've been through. So he doesn't know what I know, you know? But Kyler's parents never threw him in the back of a wood-paneled station wagon. You know, they threw us back there. We had no seatbelts. We'd slide around all willy-nilly. We were happy as clams, though, going like this to truck drivers, waving at policemen and pedophiles. Our parents took us to the store to buy candy cigarettes so we could practice smoking, yeah. And I bet Kyler never had to look for a quarter so he could go to a payphone and call his drug dealer. That's how we did it back in the day. You didn't want to call the dealer from your house. No, and you tried to talk in code because we thought the DEA wasn't smart enough to know what we meant when we said, "Is Mary Jane home tonight?" The dealer was always kind of creepy. They had a creepy pet, like a snake or a tarantula or a fucking ferret. But the generations don't need to fight. We don't need to fight. We need to find out how to understand each other. That really is the key. Yeah. I mean, like younger people, you guys have done some wonderful things, like the Me Too movement. It's allowed people a lot of to be able to speak up, and that's really important. But what you don't realize is that people my age, now we've got to stop and rethink our whole lives. If I want to take an afternoon to lie back and reminisce about some past loves, when I look back now, they all seem a little bit rapey. Was he the one that got away or the one that got away with it? Is my husband my soulmate or just my most persistent perpetrator? Am I madly in love or do I have Stockholm Syndrome? I don't even know anymore. But it was a different time back then. Even say Family Feud, you guys, young people, grew up with the smiling, family-friendly Steve Harvey. Old people, who did we have? We had Richard Dawson. Richard Dawson was amazing, but he was a pervert. He would go down the line, he would tongue kiss your grandma. Then he would tongue kiss your niece. And we all just stood there and watched. I mean, we were all actually just waiting for our turn, And like the song "Baby It's Cold Outside," we thought nothing of it. Because we thought we were supposed to tell the guy no, and they were supposed to talk us into it. And you know where we learned that? We learned it from our grandmas. You ever go to your grandma's house, try to tell her you're not hungry? Nope, she's having none of that. She's going to give it to you. She's going to give it to you anyway, and Grandma's going to give it to you good. But there's no point in being mad at Grandma now. She's at the end of her life. You can change the world, though, by being your own kind of grandma when it's your turn. Be the kind of grandma where no means no. And it's going to be easy, because nobody wants to eat your vegan hummus bullshit anyway. Now, they did a study, and they said that the younger generation has less sex and goes on fewer vacations than all previous generations. So Kyler can okay boomer me all he wants. He just needs to know he's getting out fucked by this old lady right here. You guys are awesome. You're awesome. Oh, thank you. Now, my husband is a great guy. He really is. But he has a habit of scratching himself a lot. Like if he got murdered and they were scraping under his fingernails for evidence, they would say his balls definitely did it. And I'm sorry, but balls are ridiculous. I told him that. He accused me of ball shaming him. I said, why don't you have the common decency to be ashamed of those things on your own? Now, sometimes the men kind of clam up here, and I don't mean to body shame anybody because I get it. It's like my vagina's like an eclipse. Causes a lot of fuss whenever it's around, but you probably don't want to look directly at it. And balls are just like wrinkled, bloated sacks, just hanging around moping, waiting for someone to pet them like a pair of neglected basset hounds. At least a penis can stand up and be proud, right? But the balls are just like two homely trolls hanging out with their hot friend, thinking maybe they're gonna get some action because they just happen to be in the right place. It's like the penis is James Franco, the balls are Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in a little while.
One more time for Cheri Hardman, everybody.